Hello everybody, today I'm making a tapioca pearl dessert with fruits, and I'm gonna describe all the fruits that I'm gonna be using. 1 cup of blueberries, 1 pound of strawberries, 4 mangoes, and I have grapes of the 2 colors. And over here I have one big coconut gel and 1 pineapple gel and 1 sugar palm fruit. And over here I have the stripped coconut. You see it's like this. And here I have 3 tablespoons of chia seeds that I'm going to be using and 1/3 of a cup of water. And these are the tapioca pearls that I'm using. Well, I'm using the small ones, these ones. If you use the big ones, they're going to take longer. So I'm using the small ones for today. And here I have my gelatin that I'm going to be using. I cut it in small little squares and I make a little designs for the kids. And I do it like this and then I cut it in little squares. So I'm going to start by putting the chia seeds to soak in the water. And you can also put them to soak in milk if you want to. But I'm going to use the water because I think they soak better in the water, okay? So I'm going to leave them there to rest a little bit. And I already rinsed all my fruits in cold water with vinegar and 1 tablespoon of baking soda, okay? And I'm going to start cooking the tapioca. So here I have the cold water that I'm going to be using for the tapioca, and I'm going to put it over here. Try not to boil the water first. Try to put the cassava pearls together with the cold water, okay? So now I'm going to start it. So we already turned on the fire. So once in a while come and check how it's cooking, and it's probably going to take like 25 or less than 30 minutes, okay? Okay, time to check. And here I have the cassava pearls. If you can see, they're already clear. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to rinse them in cold water, okay, and put them to the side. We're going to be cutting all the fruit, and this is how the chia seeds look. They already soak in water. All we need to cut is the mango and the strawberries. The grapes, we're going to leave them like that, and the blueberries, okay? I'm going to try to cut them in little squares like this, but not too small. And this dessert is real good. It's for the whole family. I think I forgot to tell you, we're going to be using only a 1/2 cup of tapioca pearls because once they're cooked, they're going to be like 1 cup, okay? Or a little more than a cup. You can always use the fruits that you want for this dessert, but I wouldn't recommend putting pineapple, because once I did, and later on it tasted like the dessert had alcohol in. For some reason, you know, the pineapple doesn't go together with this dessert. That's why we only put the pineapple gels. Okay, so the grapes, I'm not gonna cut them. I'm just gonna leave them like this. So I'm gonna put them here where I'm putting all the fruit. Now this one's. And I put the 2 colors because the dessert looks real nice when it has some different colors in it. You can also put kiwi or apple. Okay, so now it's gonna be time for the mangoes. So we remove the skin first. And I'm making little squares out of the mangoes too. And if you want to cut your grapes by half, you can do that, but I'm going to leave them like that. So we got all the fruit here. So I'm going to finish cutting all the mangoes. Okay, I'm done cutting all the fruit. And this is all the fruit we got right now. I'm going to put this in a bigger container because this one is too small. And I want to use only the pineapple gel. I'm going to put it there. And the same thing with the coconut gel. So it's right here. And now it's time for the sugar plum fruit. And the same thing. And this one is different. It looks like it's a bean. This one is different. Looks like a bean. And I have the coconut strips over here. Put them there. So I'm going to put them here. So now it's time for the milks. So this is what we're going to be using. I'm going to be using one cheese, and you can use any kind of cheese you want. I'm using this one. So I'm going to be using 2 condensed milks, 1 evaporated milk, 2 coconut milks, and 2 creamers. And you can use from Lechera or Nestle. So I'm going to start mixing with the mixer all this, and I'm going to be cutting this cheese, okay, to put in there, okay? Okay, I have everything open here. So now I'm going to put everything in this container so I can mix it with the mixer. And always try to rinse your cans because accidents happen, you know. And at least they're clean if they fall in the container. The other milk. And this is the cream. You can also put a Greek yogurt, the plain one. Okay, so now I'm going to take it to the mixer, okay? And this is all the milks that I already mixed with the mixer together with the creamers. So I'm going to put them in the fruits, okay? So now I'm going to put all the milks in here with the fruits. Take the knife from there. And now we're going to be mixing. And it's looking like this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this cheese in little pieces and put it in here too, okay? So the cheese, I'm going to cut it in little small squares. So I'm gonna cut it in little squares like this, okay? And if you want to put more cheese, it's up to you. I'm only putting one. Separate all the little squares. So I'm going to put it to the side now. So over here, I still need the tapioca pearls. You see how the tapioca pearls are sticking together here? So I'm just going to rinse them in cold water again, and they're going to be ready to use again, okay? Okay, so we have the tapioca pearls over here, and if you forget to leave them in cold water like I did, you just rinse them in cold water and they're going to be fine like this ones, okay? So we're going to put them in here. And you see how many we got only with half of tapioca pearls that we cook. So we end up getting more than a half. And now I'm going to put the chia seeds right here. You see how many we got? So over here, you can check how many do you want, okay? If you don't want a lot, you don't have to put the whole thing, okay? So what I do, I mix them and I'll be checking if I need more. And the same thing with the chia seeds. If they're too sticky, you just put a little more cold water or milk, and they're gonna be fine, okay? I think I'm gonna put more. It looks pretty with the seeds in there. So we mix this real good, and then we're gonna put the gelatin and the cheese, but we're gonna do it until we finish mixing everything real good, okay? We want the chia seeds to mix very well here, okay? Okay, now it's time for the cheese. So we're gonna put the cheese in here. And mix. And now it's time for the gelatin. I'm gonna put all the squares first. And mix it real careful because we don't want to break it either. So keep on putting all the gelatin in here. And we finished making our tapioca pearl dessert. You see how it looks? Looks real good with a lot of fruit. I finished the tapioca pearls, and it's better if you put it in the fridge for at least 3 hours before serving. And if you make it a night before for your parties, it's going to be better because the milk starts to get thicker and it tastes almost like a yogurt with fruits, and it's real good. And now I'm going to be serving 2 little plates. That way you can see how it looks when it's served. So I'm going to do one in a cup. Trying to put different fruits in here. This is how it looks when we're done. Don't forget to put it in the fridge at least 3 hours before serving, or if you do it a night before, it will be better. So I hope you like the recipe, and thank you for watching all my videos. Like and subscribe.